Hi, everybody. So I'm back to actually watch Side Effects. Last time I just watched the trailer. And I had a little break in between, was vacation, and the semester is about to begin. I'm hoping that I can keep going with these once a week over the semester. That's my dream and my goal. We'll see. But anyway, taking this moment that I have to yeah, watch Side Effects. The top comment that I saw on Side Effects said, like, warning, side effects of this video, fall uncontrollably in love with stray kids or something like that. So we'll see. I mean, I think I'm already pretty invested, but let's see if I go even deeper. Okay.
날 믿고서 날 던졌어. 하지만 왜 휩쓸리고 있을까? 날 믿고서 날 던졌어. 하지만 왜 아프기만 한 걸까?
다 비켜
사실 난
내가 먼저
무섭다.
다 두고 봐.
할 수 있는 말들을 지키지 못할까 두렵다. 점점 난 달라져 왜 한가닥을 달라져가는데 들어가는 난 지금 머리 아프다.
Side effects include nervousness, insomnia, nausea, agitation, anxiety,
머리 아프다.
vision problems, psychosis, dizziness, headaches, weakness.
머리 아프다. 날 믿고서 날 던졌어. 하지만 왜 휩쓸리고 있을까? 날 믿고서 날 던졌어. 하지만 왜 아프기만 한 걸까? 아 잠깐 나 이상해 왜 초점이 흐려? 왜 안 끝나 불안한 소리가 계속 들려? 여기서도 난 계속 위기 넘쳐다 이겨낼 거라 믿었어. 여기도 이제 못 버텨. 너무 쉽게 봐서 더 아픈 걸까?
변한다 백날 외쳐댔던 내가 왜 주변 상황 따라 수도 없이 변하고 있는 걸까?
그냥 툭 건드리고 지나간 사람이 누구냐에 따라 왜 내 반응도 달라질까? 난 또래가 좋아 리듬 타던 곡에 남들 따라 리듬하게 돼. 이러다 취하면 달라질까? 머리 아프다.
Side effects include nervousness, insomnia, nausea, agitation, anxiety,
머리 아프다.
vision problems, psychosis, dizziness, headaches, weakness.
머리 아프다. 이라는 날라가리 비집어 삼켜. 넌 많이 먹은 나 이젠 용기보다는 걱정. 다 변해가고 있어 1부터 10까지 모두. 내 의지와 상관없이 올라오는 부작용. 아 잠깐 나 이상해 왜 초점이 흐려? 왜 안 끝나 불안한 소리가 계속 들려? 여기서도 난 계속 위기 넘쳐다 이겨낼 거라 믿었어. 여기도 이제 못 버텨. 너무 쉽게 봐서 더 아픈 걸까?
머리 아프다.
머리 아프다.
Psychosis, dizziness, headaches, weakness.
머리 아프다.
Uh, wow. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. So first of all, Um, I I was watching I realized, like, just a little way in that I was watching the version without the subs, even though I had burned subs in, to watch, but there was so much to take in that I feel like that's okay. Did I'll bring in the subs for the second viewing, but I already was processing so much, and so much of the story is told visually and through the choreography, and, um, I got enough of it, um, that need to process that, and then the lyrics will add another level, and also, I'm always taking it in musically too, which is related, but another this is sort of another dimension, I think, and sometimes I feel like I catch myself and I'm focusing on the story, and then the music really grabs me. I'm like, "Oh, wait, right, this is a song, I shouldn't just be focusing on the story." I know they're totally integrated, I'm not meaning to suggest they're not, but, okay, so just to process my thoughts first before I go on in and watch it a second time, at this time with subs. So first of all, I was really surprised that, and I don't know why retrospectively, but that we primarily stayed with the stray kids of the two iterations, the one that stayed in the Yellowwood rather than the one that got on the bus. Um, but retrospectively, that makes sense because by not getting on the bus, they're still sort of rebelling and staying on the outskirts and watching the city from afar. So it feels more akin to like the dynamics that we have experienced so far. Um, and like we even do see that shot of they're on the edges of the city and they're similarly, yes, now there's the woods, so there's more nature, but it's also this kind of like there's the desolate on the edges of the airport spaces, though I guess they're further away now since they did take that elevator to the Yellowwood. So assumedly they're not in District 9 anymore, but it still had some of the same tensions between them and sort of the machine or the system or the powers that be. Um, so, and we do see of the other stray kids that did get on the bus. They've got their eyes closed. They kind of look like they've been brainwashed or something, and it really reminds me of the imagery of them before they broke out of the institution where they were being held. Like it definitely seems more akin to that. But even though this is the group that seems to continue to rebel, um, the song, the sort of side effects being with the sort of quoted remixing of the listing of the side effects, um, seem to be like what are the side effects of being stuck within the system and working within the system, and the choreography, which is them like pulling at each other's necks, and sort of stuck in these very mechanical poses, also suggests that that theme, that tension of like having to work within the machine and within the system, even though this is the group that has sort of stepped outside. So I'll be really interested to see what happens when I assume we will also follow more fully the group that went on the bus. And I'm really like, the narrative tension for that remains like, what is going on with them? Where are they headed? I'm worried for them. And then was there a member switch at the end there? I feel like that might be what happened and what the key represents. Was there a slot for a key in the elevator? Was it the key that even allowed them to go to the Yellowwood? Does it mean they can't go back? I mean, those are my initial thoughts from that last little closing sequence that we had a member switch and they've made a choice that they can't retract because the key is now lost. Um, yeah, okay, let's watch it one more time, this time with subs and see what more I glean. So, I mean, the first thought that I had watching and do very much now, they feel like happy with this choice. They're not just like, it's not that they didn't get on the bus, but they actually have a plan to set up camp here in the yellow wood and like a golf cart to take them to do so, and suitcases and everything. Like this was their plan to get to Yellowwood and then set up there. And what do the dancers in black represent? Is it just their backup dancers, or is it like the doppelgangers of the also others of them that have moved on? I love that kind of pyramid structure there. Tilted pyramid reaching where they're all reaching together. I throw myself with trust in me. Okay, that that is again like this is a choice they're making that they are invested in.
날 던졌어 하지만 왜 휩쓸리고 있을까 널 믿고서 날 던졌어
I'm sorry, you know me and Bangchan's hair. Like this perm or what was the word for that? There was like the crimper, right? Crimping? I had one of those that made your hair this look is everything, just truly everything to me.
날 던졌어 하지만 왜 아프기만 한 걸까
다 비켜
사실 난
내가 먼저
무섭다
다 두고 봐
할 수 있는 말들을 지키지 못할까 두렵다
Okay, so the lyrics, they definitely suggest that tension, like they've made a choice, even though you've made a choice, even though you think you're doing the right thing, it's still scary. You doubt yourself. You still keep changing. Um, it's not like once you make a choice, even if you're sure it's the right choice, that things then become easy. I think that's such a powerful message that we don't hear enough of. People think like if you make the right choice and move forward and get to that next stage in your life, then there's no problems anymore, and you're always sure you made the right choice. But it's an ever on. It's like an ever changing process, and you have to make the choice over and over and over again.
좀 난 달라져 왜 한가닥을 달라져가는데 뒤로 가는 난 지금 머리 앞에
Side effect.
Right, and you get changed by the things that you encounter as well, especially if you've chosen something hard.
Nervousness, insomnia, nausea, agitation, anxiety, vision problems,
I identify with this way too hard as the choice to be an academic, which I made a long time ago and still gives me all of the side effects listed.
psychosis,
널 믿고서 늘 던졌어 하지만 왜 휩쓸리고 있을까 날 믿고서 날 던졌어 하지만 왜 아프기만 한 걸까
Oh, right. I forgot to mention that this is like the first, I think, video we've seen where there's tension between members, where they're like fighting or they're pulling each other away from impulses that they're having, which definitely added a level of some type of like gut emotion to see them actually having tension among one another.
잠깐나 이상해 왜 초점이 흐려 왜 안 끝나 불안한 소리가 계속 들려 여기서도 난
Okay, so here they've hit a dead end, they've hit a road closed.
계속 위기 넘쳐다 이겨낼 거라 믿었어 여기도 이제 못 버텨 너무 쉽게 봐서 더 아픈 걸
There. Wait, okay, so let's look at this again. So believing in winning over everything with my will to fight. But that's interesting. That's very like similar lyrics, but now they actually are fighting with each other.
여기도 이제 못 버텨 너무 쉽게 봐서 더 아픈 걸
변한다 백날 외쳐댔던 내가 왜 주변 상황 따라 수도 없이 변하고 있는 걸까
툭 건드리고 지나간 사람이 누구냐에 따라 왜내
Like what? They're angry and they're holding each other back from being violent? It definitely is much messier, a much less easy representation of like because before this has been kind of them against the world. And there is some of that in this video as well, and like some really lovely moments. But here we've got it's messy, as it is messy if you decide with a group to do something that's gonna be really challenging. Not everyone's gonna react the same way. Mm, but now I'm following other people. Will my taste change also?
Side effects include nervousness, insomnia, nausea, agitation, anxiety, vision problems.
Is there like a philosophy of Stray Kids book? Because I feel like there should be. You know, like the philosophy of Buffy. There were these books. I don't know if they still make those. These books that explored the like philosophies of popular cultural entities that had something to say. And I just feel like that. I'm sure fans have written stuff, but um, that there is a kind of really cohesive life philosophy being offered as well as a storyline.
Psychosis, numbness, dizziness, headaches, weight loss.
밤이라는 날라가리 비집어 삼켜 넌 많이
Mm.
먹은 나의 저녁기보다는 걱정 다 변해가고 있어 1부터 10까지 모두 내
And there's this imagery there. The city's still there. They're just further and further away from it. And they're doubting themselves because they had to have a lot of bravado to make these choices.
의지와 상관없이 올라오는 부작용 아차구나 이상해 왜 초점이 흐려 왜 안 끝나 불안한 소리가 계속 들려
But they're also there for each other. And now they're also seeing the bus with the other them on it, maybe reminding them that they made an intentional choice that they wanted to make. I mean, as did the other group, the other version of Stray Kids, but I'm more worried about the other version of Stray Kids at this moment.
여기서도 난 계속 백이 넘쳐다 이겨낼 거라 믿었어 기도 이제 못 버텨 너무 쉽게 봐서 더 아픈 걸까
머리 아프다.
Are we seeing both of them represent both sets represented here? Is one in white and one in black? I'm sorry, I had to rewind to figure that out. I mean, there are multiple, like, costumes, but that's kind of standard for a music video. I can't quite tell. I feel like we're still just with the ones that stayed in the yellow wood, but it's possible that they're all kind of coming together in this. But I just feel like we haven't gotten inside the heads of the ones who kept on the bus. We don't know their story enough to like go on this emotional journey with them. Mm. So I'm not sure what happened at the end there. I mean, I'm assuming that is the key in the elevator that was needed to go to Yellow Wood that got lost. So there's the no turning back. But beyond that, um, whether there was like a member switch, I don't know. So, and I don't know if I'm supposed to know. Maybe I am supposed to know. Um, you can tell me if I'm supposed to know. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely continue to be invested in the story and the music and the philosophy in the way it keeps getting like deepening and it never feels trite. Like it just feels like they're really tackling with real issues that they are facing in their own lives, but through the story that they're telling, and it has a real purpose and care, but then it's being told through a fascinating and like really expansive, intriguing story and in a fascinating format. But like at its core, it's like thinking through tough questions that face like young adults that face our world in that moment, in this moment. Like so it feels really raw and resonant. Um, Okay, so I loved watching that. I would love to be able to do these more frequently, and I feel, like, bad that I haven't been able to. But I enjoy doing them when I do, and I'm just gonna keep going as my schedule as I can fit it in because it makes me happy, and thank you if you stuck around and listened. I might also try to react to some other things, but for now, I'm definitely, like, committed to just kind of unfolding this story via vlog, reaction. I think that's, like, just a fun experiment. Okay, thanks all. Hope you're well. Bye.